Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ryan, the Hot Toys Collector with Ryan and Crystal's Reviews, and today we're back with another Hot Toys figure. We got the Star Wars IG-11 from the Mandalorian show. Excited to get this one in the collection. So let's hit the intro and let's go. All right, so here we got IG-11. We got our usual Star Wars box. We got our nice banding here around the edge. We get a good picture of the figure right there. We get our credits. We get this side, TMS 008 IG-11. So let's pop him out of here. And then we get a look at the title card there. The index, we'll call it the title card. Looks really cool there with that little brush finish. Looks really cool. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how they do all these and want to be taking really cool pictures. But if you guys want to check out some pictures, go over to my Instagram. Link in the description below and at the end of the video as well. All right, so here we got IG-11 in the clamshell. Let's pull him out of here. Looks really awesome. Strip these things away. We'll cut those off here in a second. So we'll get a closer look at the head here. It looks really cool. This thing will rotate and move around, as you can see, just like he does in the TV show. We get a little bit of articulation there. You get this little piston style rubber cover here for the elbow joint. And he's got a lot of range of motion, so you can get him in the pose. You can see you can get his arm all the way around his back. Boom, that's the kind of that cool pose from the show. I like the Mandalorian. Let me know down in the comments if you guys liked it. Did you like season 1 better than season 2? Did you like season 2 better than season 1? I don't know. I kind of like season 2 better. We got that really cool shot there at the end with Luke, but IG-11 was more, we met him in season 1 there in the first episode. So, you know, still pretty cool episode, pretty cool season. So let's get the light box out here and let's take a closer look at all the accessories, and let's get him in the light box, and that'll help us take a closer look at some of the details on this amazing figure. Okay, so we got him set up in the light box. Let's take a look at the accessories. Doesn't come with a lot. Comes with a couple different blaster rifles. So here's the first one. It's a nice look to it. It's got this little side piece here for a clip. This doesn't come out. It's going to stay put. Like I've talked about before, when it comes to more of the Alien or Star Wars blaster rifles, blasters, pistols, things like that, they don't really have a lot of articulation with them. This one will actually have the, I guess you would call this, I think it's like, I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but you put it up against your shoulder for stability. So this one does actually have a little something to it, but that's about it for that one. And then we've got the longer blaster rifle. This looks really cool. I like the details on this one. The barrel detail is really nice there. You know, no trigger, just kind of a solid trigger. It's got the scopes on top, look really good. See it there in the light better a little bit that way. See the details on that? Looks really nice. Really cool. And then we've got his, we'll call these like his suspenders, or I don't know if there's a specific name for these. Belt. Shoulder belt is what they're called in the instructions. So there is a spot, which is, whoops, right here, that the Velcro. You're just going to Velcro that off, and I'll put those on the figure here in just a second. You see this is pretty cool. These are kind of they're a little bit firmer of a material. They don't really have any squish to them. And then this is that nice soft pleather style material. Looks really nice. And then we've got his self-destruct sequence mode. So this actually takes batteries. So we are going to attempt to put the batteries in this. And as you all know, I'm not big on batteries. However, there are a few figures that I feel like probably deserve to have the batteries put in them. and I feel like IG-11 is one of those figures. The Iron Man, they all kind of, pretty much, for the most part, they all look the same. So we got our Hot Toy screwdriver from a different figure, actually from the War Machine from Endgame. And we're going to unscrew this. I only do this, normally I think a lot of people go ahead and put them in there, but I like to go ahead and try to put the batteries in so you can see the struggle of putting these things in the figures. We also, as you can see, we've got 2 sets of 3. This only takes 3 batteries. They're all the same size. We've also got to put batteries in his head because that's where the other light up function is. So we go flat side to the spring. We got 1. Actually, I'm going to get my little set of tweezers, which is a little bit easier to put in the last 2. So thankfully the War Machine comes with a full kit to put everything in. Well, yep, that's what you got to worry about. Let's just see if we can just get them in with our fingers. All right, there's 2. Now comes the fun one. Get it more up into camera here. See if we can get that guy to squish down. And get in there. There's 3. We'll replace the cover. Now, there's always some debate over the batteries. Do you keep them in there long term? Do you just put them in for pictures? Do you just turn them on for pictures? Obviously, if you turn them on and leave them on, you're going to have dead batteries within probably a couple hours. Maybe even, some of these, maybe even a few minutes. So switches back here. And then we get the blinking light for the self-destruct mode. That's actually a pretty good looking light too. That's got some brightness to it, which is nice. You see it flashing there on my hand. So we'll turn that off for now. So that is the self-destruct sequence mode. Just says, yeah, it just calls it an LED light up function. So that's going to go right into his chest, and we'll show that here in a second. So let's take a look at the base. This is kind of our typical Star Wars Tatooine style base. We've got this rough, sandy style texture. We've got a couple spots that are footprints, which is a little bit different because, as you can see, I have him over here on the stand. We'll just slide the feet into frame. He doesn't have normal feet. So that's going to be a little weird when we go to pose, but that's all right. And then we've got a waist grabber on here instead of a crotch grabber, which kind of surprising. I thought they would provide the crotch grabber for this one. I'm not really sure if this will even be long enough to get up to around his waist. I don't know. We're going to have to test that when we get the figure and set it on the base. So let's do just that. Let's take a little closer look at the figure and zoom in on some of the details and just see how cool this figure really is. Okay, so here we have IG-11. We're going to zoom in a little bit here on his head and see really cool details there. I love that kind of that dusty, rough finish that he's been out on Tatooine for a while. We get those joints in his elbows. Nice look there on the waist. Looks really good. Really cool looking. I love the details on this guy. It's just phenomenal what they can do with these figures. And then we get those same kind of rubbery style joints here on the bottom. And then we get a look at his feet. Looks really cool. So let's go ahead and we'll get him, let's turn him around. So you can see the back now. The back look of the head. Looks really nice. And then going down the back looks really cool. I love these piston things in the back. That looks really nice. The detail, just phenomenal. We get in here real close to those. It looks really cool. Looks really, really good. Zoom back out. Okay, so we've got the camera set up here. Let's take a closer look at some of the details here. You can see the head here will twist and move I'm going to be very kind of gentle with it. These little pieces slide. So you can see there it slides around like that. This piece will slide back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. This piece doesn't really move. This top piece really doesn't move. So don't put a lot of pressure on this. That piece is what's going to slide. So there's our arm. We can get it pretty high, in fact, just almost above shoulder length or shoulder height. We get our bend, we get our bend, we get bend that way, we get bend that way, we go behind the back, all that good stuff. So let's take a closer look at these hands. So they are kind of funny looking. They don't have a lot of articulation. Has been some, I've seen some people talk about it's a struggle to get the guns, for him to hold the guns. So that's something you want to be careful about and you check out when you are trying to pose the figure. They are a little funny. And then we already looked at the waist details. He doesn't have any kind of ab crunch. He does twist. Let's get it back there. Twist from side to side. I believe he can go all the way around. Yes. Boom. And then back around. Yeah, and then you got a little piece here that you can line up here in the middle. Struggling with my camera tonight, guys. Really sorry about that. So, take a look here at the legs, as you can see here. So we get your double jointed knee that way. You don't really get much in the leg in the way of going up with the knee. He can kick up pretty good, and then pretty good on the way back. And then of course the feet, you get good side to side, and then up and back. So all in all, it's a nice figure. I'm really happy with it. Let's get him back up here on the stand. Now let's attempt to put the batteries in the head. So according to the instructions, we detach the tip of the head as shown. It shows there's a magnet in here. Yep. Set that aside. As you can see there's the screw. So we're going to unscrew this guy. Set him aside. Oh, sorry. Like I said, guys, I do apologize. I'm trying some new camera angles out, and I am struggling with it tonight. So we get our batteries, and put one in. This is going to be difficult. I can already tell this is going to be difficult. I'll tell you what, let's stop. I'm going to try to put them in without the camera in the way, and then hopefully we'll get them in. Okay, so we've got the figure with the lights in. We got his belt on. We'll zoom in here. I'll bring him closer to the camera so you can see the lights. And we were able to get the guns in his hands. So you can see the lights. Now they've been on for a few minutes now. You can see they've already started to kind of go dim a little bit. But as you twist around, you can see they all come through there like that. And then this one doesn't have any lights. It's just this top part that's going to light up for you. So that is IG-11. A really cool figure. I would definitely give this a 4.5 out of 5. I'm very, very pleased with this. We'll scoot him back here so you get a little better look. All right, so here we have IG-11. We were able to get both blasters in his hands. I've got him in this position. It's pretty typical to what we saw in the show. I may have him backwards, but still I think it's a really cool pose. So we were able to get the lights in the head. As you can see here, they've been on for probably 5, maybe 7 minutes. And you can already start to see kind of getting dimmer. Most definitely have gotten dimmer since they've been in there, so they go out pretty quick. We got his shoulder belt on, Looks really cool. And then we've just got him standing on the base itself. One good thing about the feet is since they are rectangular, they're going to be flat on the bottom, so they're going to be really easy to set on bases and set on your Detolf if you just want to put him without the base. I would suggest doing it this way. I tried to use the waist grabber that he came with, and it just quite didn't work, and looked kind of funny. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with him just like this. We're gonna zoom back out so we can get him full in picture. So appreciate everybody watching. Please like and subscribe. Again, sorry about tonight's video. I know the camera angles weren't the best. I was trying some new angles out, but we're probably going to go back to the old style, what we've been doing, which I think's been pretty good. So my socials just popped up. So I'd appreciate if you'd all like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you liked IG-11, you liked Season 1 of The Mandalorian. And come follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting some pictures of him here in just a little bit. So thank y'all, and hope y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.